What's up, YouTube? DaAverageGamer Shawn here, bringing you my WrestleMania 31 and following Raw review. I made a prediction video the day of WrestleMania, the night before WrestleMania was up on WrestleMania. Anyways, I made a prediction video. A lot of my predictions actually came true, just because it was the smart thing to do. I think, aside from a few things, I didn't get it right, but I did call a few things that let's just jump into it. We're going to talk about the most important stuff, and I think the future going forward into the next few pay-per-views on how this is going to work. So let's just jump into the match. Let's go down the card. For the pre-show, you had Big Show winning. I actually thought Sheamus was going to win that match. I can't remember if I had a second choice for that, but I thought if Sheamus was in that match, I thought Sandow was gonna win it because it just makes more sense because Sandow is so over right now, and to give him that big push. But whatever, Big Show won that, and then I said either the Usos or Kid and Cesaro are going to keep their titles. Because the Usos, I think one of the Usos is injured, so you can't put the title on them. You can't put the title on the other two teams because that doesn't make sense. So Tyson Kidd and Cesaro had to win that match. Then you had the ladder match. I had like a top 4 people winning and how the WWE would do it, but I already knew Daniel Bryan was going to win that match. That match was really, really good. And then you had Rollins versus Orton. I said Rollins was going to win that match because he needs it more than Triple H, or needed more than Orton, just to help progress. But we also had that happen later on that night. But Orton did win that match with a great RKO spot, one of the greatest RKOs of all time. What else did you have? You had the Divas match, which I didn't really watch, along with Bray Wyatt, Undertaker. Those two matches I really didn't watch, but I heard they gave the Divas time, and Undertaker made Wyatt look strong, even though Wyatt won. We'll talk about Wyatt Undertaker later. Then we had Triple H versus Sting, which actually turned into NWO versus DX, which is like very weird, because if you know the ins and outs of the business a little bit, you know that all those people are friends. So it's kind of weird seeing like Kevin Nash on one side and Triple H on another. It's just weird, but whatever. And then what else was on the card? You had Cena Rusev. I knew Cena was going to win that match. I said I did not want Cena to win that match, but I did say Cena was going to win that match. It was a very good match. What else did we have? Feel like I'm missing something. Why does it feel like I'm missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh my gosh. Because I know we got the main event. And then we had The Rock and Ronda Rousey versus, I'm saying versus, but it was a segment, versus Stephanie and Triple H to set up a match, maybe a possible WrestleMania match for next year between Rock and Triple H. We've seen this coming. There's been build up for it. Oh yeah, Triple H beat Sting with a hammer shot. But there was a mutual respect at the end. I need to go watch that interview they got with Sting on the network. I got to go watch that. You had Cena, the ladder match, the two matches, the Divas, Bray Wyatt, Triple H. Why do they feel like I'm missing a match? Okay, you had, I said Undertaker, Wyatt. Let me go look real quick. I feel like I'm missing a match. I'm on no DQ right now, just to keep my ducks in a row. Bray Wyatt, Reigns, Triple H, Cena, the Divas. Nope, that was it. In the Continental Ladder match, I talked about that. Then you had Reigns, Lesnar. Let's talk about this for a minute. Reigns, Lesnar was amazing. It told a great story. Let's just go down the list of Brock Lesnar matches since he's been back. It's been Triple H, well, Lesnar opponents. It's been Triple H a few times. It's been Cena a few times. Then you had the triple threat with Cena and Reigns, and Rollins. Am I missing somebody? And Taker. I think those are the only people that have worked with Reigns. I mean, not Reigns, Lesnar. I'm sorry. Out of those people, those 4 people, I know what I'm doing. I know what you guys are thinking. But out of those people, none of them really had matches that was like, oh my gosh. It was just pretty much Brock Lesnar going out and dominating them. I think Cena stood a chance. Well, the second time, no. Yeah, the second time Cena did better, but he still got dominated. Then you had the triple threat match. That was a really good match. Taker Lesnar was not good, and he had the Triple H matches where they were good. Out of all those matches, the only person that really didn't get dominated was CM Punk. CM Punk was the only person out of those matches that I feel like, como se dice, what's the word I want to use? Outsmarted Brock Lesnar to stay in the match longer. Everybody else had this mentality of pound for pound, I'm going to try to beat Lesnar before he can beat me. But none of that worked. I feel like CM Punk's match, can't remember if it was only 1 or 2 matches he had with Lesnar, but those matches felt like, even though CM Punk was the little guy, it made CM Punk look good because he actually, did smart things in the match with Lesnar. If you get what I mean. I'm not saying that just because I'm a big CM Punk fan. I'm saying that because it's the truth. Like, all those other matches until this match with Reigns were, just Lesnar destroying people. CM Punk really didn't get destroyed by Lesnar. I could be wrong. I might have to go back and rewatch that match. But from what I remember, CM Punk really didn't get destroyed. It was like, I don't want to say a fair fight, but he didn't get destroyed. That's what I'm saying. But then we come here where Reigns got F5 in less than 30 seconds in the match. And then the match was just so brutal. There's a rumor going around that they actually let Lesnar bleed. If you don't know what that is, it's when, back in the day when they used to actually let them bleed, sometimes they'd have to take like a small little razor blade and cut carefully until get the blood effect. But whatever. There's a rumor going around about that. But this match made Reigns, first of all. It really did made Reigns. Because even though he got dominated, it was a lot of times in the match where he showed life. Like, he got dominated for like the first half of the match. Then, what was I about to say? Batista. We never got Batista Lesnar. Oh my God, that'd be a nice match. But God damn it, Lesnar slipped up. Reigns started taking advantage. Even the playing field, they're both hurt. It was like Suplex City, bitch. And Reigns got all his punches in, got his moves in. Can anybody tell me why Reigns doesn't do that, like that flying kick thing he used to do when they had him on the apron? I love that move. That was a good move. I was expecting to see that. I didn't see that. I was kind of disappointed in that, but whatever. But it made Reigns look strong. Like when Lesnar was beating down Reigns, you had Reigns pretty much just laughing, making a beast mad, just laughing at him like, give me another one. Just Reigns getting a shit slapped out of his ass like, your name Toby. Your name Toby. Your name Toby. But, Reigns just hung in there and, that last F5 of the match before Rollins cashed in, that match could have went away because they both rolled to the opposite side of the ring. If Lesnar would have went for a 3 count, there was a possibility of Reigns kicking out if they wanted to continue the match like that. But like I said, Rollins cashed in. did not pin Lesnar, but pinned Reigns, so that's very, very important. He pinned Reigns, and it was just, wow. We have a new champion in Seth Rollins. So what that match really did, like, because I said in my prediction video, if this is the true main event, you cannot have Reigns win, you know, clean. I don't think if I said, like, clean, but the fans don't want Reigns to win, but you have to make him look strong. So the way this match ended was perfect, with Lesnar not being pinned, Reigns being pinned, and Rollins is your new champion. So it was a safe way to get the belt off of Lesnar to go forward. And everybody walked out happy, and then which leads into the next Raw, where you have Paul Heyman and Lesnar opening the show, pretty much in a Paul Heyman way, giving Reigns the, you know, the seal of approval, like, you're good, but you got a way to go. But we all know that's him, you know, putting over Reigns. There was supposed to have been a match between Lesnar and Rollins. That didn't happen because Rollins said no, pretty much, and then that led to Lesnar just destroying everything, pretty much F5ing people, F5ing Michael Cole, which was the funniest F5 ever, because I was under the influence at the time, because I had a stressful day that day, and I was under the influence when I watched Raw, so I'm sorry. But it was just a devastating F5. It was just so funny watching his face in the air. You gotta pause it like right when he's flipping them, and you just, right but while he's screaming, just watch his, look at his face. It's hilarious. And they turning over the announce table, taking out JBL and Booker T. And then he got suspended indefinitely. So whatever. And this is a safe way to have a few matches with Rollins as champion, because if they were to have that match, Lesnar Rollins is losing that title, and they gotta go with this for at least until SummerSlam. Rollins has to be your champ at least until SummerSlam. But yeah, as of right now, Lesnar is suspended indefinitely, which is kind of funny. Then, what were some other important things that happened on this Raw? So there was a lot of, these are the real fans, like the fans that pay their money from like overseas to be here. So, we got some funny chants, like during the Divas match, we got a John Cena sucks chant. What else did we get? Just a whole bunch of cool, like there was a wave. They started a freaking wave. So that those fans are real. Those fans are real. Then we got Cena issuing a open challenge to anybody in the locker room. Then we got Dean Ambrose versus Cena in a very, very good match. That match really, really helped elevate Dean Ambrose to a upper mid card level, almost main event. I'm gonna say upper mid card level. And then what else did we get? We got a very good match between Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler. These two are just tearing the house down. Everybody wanted Ziggler Bryan at Mania, but we got it here for the Intercontinental Championship. Bryan retained, and then we got the return of good old Sheamus. Sheamus looks like a Sheamus now. Everybody is hating on Sheamus's look, but Sheamus looks like a Sheamus now. Like, if he were sitting at a bar and you look at him, you're like, that is a Sheamus right there. So yeah, it looks weird, but they're trying. It's a new look. If he's going heel, it's a very good heel look for an Irishman. So I'm not gonna say I like it, but for his character, this Irish brawler, tough guy, especially if he's going heel, this is a very interesting look. And then we got the main event, which I believe was a 6-man tag between Seth Rollins, The Big Show and Kane, Orton, Ryback, and Reigns. I did not see how that match ended. Damn it. That's what I forgot to do before I recorded it. I did not see how that match ended, but I'm pretty sure Rollins beat the shit out of Reigns. I mean, oh, no. Reigns beat the shit out of Rollins. That's what I meant to say. Because it looked like it was getting good when my DVR cut off. Because you know how you set your DVR to record past a certain amount of time? I haven't figured out how to do that on Uverse yet. So I got to figure out how to do that. I'm pretty sure I'm missing some stuff. We had Rusev straight dominate. Who did he dominate? I forgot who he dominated, but he straight dominated somebody. That was funny. Oh, and then we got the debuts of Adrian Neville, and the Lucha Dragons, really Kalisto and Kalista. Both of them showed out. John Cena is gonna. I wish my cousin was here. John Cena is gonna have to hold another company meeting about being showed up by NXT, because you had what's the Japanese man name? What are they calling him in? Kenta. They had Kenta, but that's not his name in NXT. I can't. Hideo. They had Hideo in a 30-man battle royal, and then you had Neville show out on. Who did he show out on? I can't remember. We had Neville show out with his red arrow, and then we had Kalisto show out on the Ascension, and because it was a 8-man tag with New Day and the Lucha Dragons and the Ascension teaming with. Did they team with the Primetime Players? I cannot remember who they teamed with. I'm so sorry, but whatever. Like I said, I was intoxicated at the time, so. But yeah, Kalisto showed out. Dean Ambrose stepped up against John Cena. But moving forward, it's just, there's a lot of good stuff going forward, because we're going to get Reigns Rollins for the title. Maybe at this month's pay-per-view. With the next pay-per-view, which I think is Extreme Rules. No, it's not Extreme Rules. Whatever the next pay-per-view is, we're going to get a championship match between those two. Then we're going to get, of course, we got to get a rematch with Cena and Rusev. Then we're going to get Daniel Bryan versus Wade Barrett to get his title back. Or it might be Barrett. So we're going to get, I don't know who's going to feud. Okay, because Sheamus came back in the Intercontinental match with Ziggler and Bryan. He kicked both of them, so it might be Sheamus versus Ziggler first, and then you're going to have Bryan versus Barrett for the title, and eventually you're going to get Sheamus versus Bryan for the title, which is actually going to be a rematch for the title for a championship from WrestleMania a few years ago, when Sheamus beat Brock Lesnar. When Sheamus beats Daniel Bryan in under 8 seconds to win the title. So that's going to be a rematch here. So all in all, the future of the WWE is very, very high right now. Very, very bright, because you still have Brock Lesnar waiting and lurking in the background. So I hope within the next few weeks, we're going to have Brock Lesnar just come back and tear shit up. It has to be a surprise. It has to be a surprise when this happens. But I think, like I said, for the future, going forward, they're changing up the Divas division, because they say the way they're being portrayed on Total Divas, and then when you turn into Raw and watch them, it's not the same. So hopefully they're going to put the title back on one of either Paige or AJ or Naomi, because I am a Naomi supporter. Put the title on one of them three, and then go give the Divas more attitude, give them more time, have more than one Divas match on the card, and have those matches be good. Get some bring up Charlotte, bring up some of your other good NXT talent. Try to get some people, pull some people in. Like, try to get Victoria back as a trainer for the Divas. Get a good trainer for the Divas and down in NXT and help train some of these Divas up here. And then you'll be good. You have some quality Divas, but you're not using them right. So, but the Divas division down in NXT is very, very good. So the Divas is going to change. They're putting more focus on the secondary championships, the IC and US titles. Hopefully, maybe at SummerSlam, we can get a unification match between those two titles, the IC and the US. That'll be a good, with John Cena versus Daniel Bryan. That'll be a good match, and get those two titles unified. And the tag team division is getting better. People don't like the New Day, the New Day needs to turn heel quickly before that whole thing is dead. And then, like, you have a great future ahead of you, WWE. With all that being said, leave your thoughts about Raw and WrestleMania 31 down below. Share this video out with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a like, comment. The next review video I'm about to do is my Walking Dead season recap. If you haven't seen it, don't watch that video until you watch the whole season, or seasons 1 through 5. And with all that being said, if you want to follow me on any other type of social media other than YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, all down below. I am the Average Gamer Shawn, and I am out of here.